What comes to mind when you think of the 20s? I think of glamour, sequin, the bob haircut, and of course the flapper. And since I was inspired by the 20s era and the Great Gatsby, I thought I'd just do a 20s flapper inspired makeup tutorial.
This is not the makeup they had in the movie, nor is it the exact same makeup that the flappers wore back in the 20s. This is just my illustration on what I learned about how they applied their makeup back in the day.
Starting off with a clean face, you want to take your face primer and apply it evenly all over your face. You want a good barrier of primer between your skin and the foundation because this is a lot of makeup.
Taking a cream foundation that is a few shades lighter than my skin tone, I'm going to apply this evenly all over my face and neck using a sponge. Back in the 20s, they had what they called pancake makeup, which is essentially foundation on a pan, and most of the time it came in a pale color. And also I'm going to apply this along my brows to lighten them a bit. And then I'm using my e.l.f. Full Coverage Concealer. I'm going to apply this on the high points of my face to lighten them and also to hide any under eye circles and blemishes. You want a concealer stick that is a few shades lighter than your skin tone on top of your brows and then blend away. This will help in creating a thinner brow shape for you later. For powder, go for a mattifying powder and don't be afraid to cake it on because back in the 20s, cake face was really hot. Taking a dark gray eyebrow powder, start filling in your brows. First, work high on the top arch of your brows, drawing just a flat line, and then just kind of fill them in a little bit, making sure that it's really thin. And for the arch, they barely had an arch, so just make sure that your arch are more slanted than usual. And be sure that the shape is also very thin because back in the day they used to shave their brows and then fill them in using a black pencil, and I'm using a brow pencil in the same gray color here just to emphasize the shape a bit more. Blend with a spoolie brush to make sure it still looks a bit natural, and then take a highlighting pencil or a white pencil and just apply this on the bottom part of your brow and blend away to create more dimension. And also a little bit on the centers of your lids to bring more dimension into your eyes. Apply a bit of a black pencil liner to the centers of your brows and also emphasize the top part of your new thin brows, and this will just emphasize the thinness of the brows further, but we're going to blend it because this is the 21st century and black on the brows actually don't work. While I'm at it, I'm also going to line my waterline using this black pencil liner. And then for the eyeshadows, first you want to apply a good base of primer on top of the lids. We're going to be working with the sleek Au Naturel palette and taking the matte white shade, apply this on the brow bone to bring more dimension into your eyes. Taking the light taupe color, apply this all over your lids as a base. We're working with all matte colors. Taking this dark grayish brown, apply this around the outer V of your eyes and also around the inner corners, blending into the crease without touching the centers of your lids. This will make a more wider and doe eyes effect. Blend the brown out and make sure you don't blend it up into the edges of your brow as usual. Instead, blend it up towards the tip of the top of your ear, and this is going to be looking a little bit flat. And then afterwards, run all that color around the lower lash line all the way. And I'm going to darken up the look a bit by applying the same color on the outer V and inner tone of the upper lash line, but with a damp brush. And a damp brush will just make sure that the color is a lot more intense. And then take the black eyeliner again and start lining the top lash line heavily without being too careful. And then smudge it out. I'm using CoverGirl Liquidline Blast and it comes with a built-in sponge tip applicator. Take a matte black and a pencil brush and start blending that black on the upper lash line. The further you go up with the blending, the darker the look will be. And in the 20s, dark black eyeshadows were all at rage, even though they were charcoal. Blend everything away after applying the black to the outer and inner corners as well. And also run the black around the lower lash line all the way. And then sweep away any fallouts. Curl your lashes and apply some thickening, volumizing black mascara to the top and bottom lashes. I'm going to show my lower lashes some love by applying individual lashes to the outer corners to create a more round eyes effect. I applied 5 to 6 of them on each eye, and then apply a volumizing false lash on the top lash line, and look for one that is not flared, which means it's not longer on the outer corners. Curl your real and fake lashes together, and then just take the black eyeshadow again and dust it on top of the lash line to make sure that you mattify any leftover glue residue. Back in the day, they were all a rage for rouge, which is cream blush, and so I'm applying this vibrant pink cream blush onto the apples of my cheeks using a stippling brush. And then moving on to the lips, take your favorite dark red lip liner and create this really pointy cupid's bow, thinning out to the edges. And for the bottom lip, it started a little bit towards the center of your lips and not exactly on the edge. Fill it in using a black lipstick. Here I'm using Stiletto by Lime Crayon. And then top it off with a dark red lipstick. Back in the day, they were really into vampy lips, and the black color will make sure that the red is richer. Clean up the edges with a concealer and powder to set, and with your makeup done, you can start with the hair. I'm applying a bob wig to get that flapper effect, and really you can't go wrong with a bob wig for a flapper look. Don't forget your headband because that is an essential must, and also a little headpiece. Now your 20s flapper inspired makeup is finished. This look is very dramatic, very theatrical, not something you would wear to church, but it's definitely fun for costume parties and so forth, and you can definitely transition some of these elements to suit your daily makeup. And if you like this tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!